Okay, so hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. And today we're going to be creating an evolving pad in Reaktor. Reaktor is a sound design tool which we use to create sounds and sound design. So I want to welcome you to today's stream. I'm Danny Xander, and today we're going to dive into sound design using Reaktor over the next few minutes to show you how to create a lush evolving sound from scratch. This is a great opportunity to see how modulation, filtering, and effects really work in sound design. And you can turn a simple sound into something that's atmospheric and dynamic. So, all right, let's get into it. So, I'm going to open up my version of Reaktor here. And inside Reaktor, you have the option to use the play section, the patch section, or the build section. And today we're going to jump into the build section. We're going to build out our synth. So I'm going to load in an oscillator. That's the first thing I'm going to load in. Go into the blocks collection, load in our oscillator, and then I'll go with something smooth, like a sine wave, to keep it soft and mellow. And I'm going to adjust the pitch slightly to introduce a little bit of detuning, say by 5 semitones, and give a more chord-like effect. And it adds a bit of thickness as well to our sound. So I've added in the oscillator. Now we're going to add in our note in, because we need to get signal from our keyboard. Going to bring in a note in. Actually going to double up the oscillators. Add 2 oscillators. Then I'm going to need a mix to blend our signals together. Then we'll go out. Should be hearing something out of our speakers now. Oh, forgot to connect our pitch. Before we do, let's turn down our volume so we don't burst our eardrums or cause hearing issues. It's important to protect your ears when you're working with loud sound, especially unfiltered loud sound, especially that comes from when you're doing working with raw waveforms. Always keep the volume to a low level, so if any pops or glitches happen, you can be aware. And before you enter any signal, you want to either mute or turn down the volume before you patch, so that you can control the volume. So we have some sound coming through. Gonna turn it up a bit. That's a little bit too loud. Okay, so now we're gonna continue our build, and yeah, we're gonna continue. So now we're gonna add in a filter to shape our sound. Go back into the bento box collection, bring in a filter. We're gonna add it in between or after. Let's see how we want to add it. Let's add the filter in between, and let's change out our mix to a single input. And then I'm going to go out with our filter, just changing up a couple connections here. Going to remove that. Instead, we'll do a mix instead of a mix 4. And we should be getting some sound. We have no control over the duration of the sound because we don't have an envelope. That's exactly why. So we can play notes, but we don't have control. So we want to add in an envelope so we have control over our filter, cutoff. We're going to rename that as well. We're going to rename it so that we can know what we're using. So that's the filter. Okay, I'm going to add one more thing. That would be an amp. We're going to need some app control. So we're going to add a filter to that. I mean envelope. So let's connect that and that. Okay, so now we've got some sounds that we're working with. I'm going to add in some delay, which is going to be our effect we're going to be using. Bring in some delay. Okay, and then we're also going to got a nice pad. I'm going to bring in an LFO, just add a little more movement to our sound, make it a little more dynamic. Going to add that modulation to our filter, and as well to our VCA. Actually, we'll keep it off the VCA. Just our filter. And then we'll add one to our second oscillator. Just going to reorganize the panel here. Got some kind of spooky-ish pad. I could see this being used in film, TV, or any kind of effect. Kind of sounds like Sleepy Hollow or something. So there you have it. We've got some kind of pad sound. We've tweaked with the filters. We've tweaked with the envelopes. We've tweaked with delay, oscillators, and a note in. And you can adjust even more as you'd like to, and even add in more LFOs than I have, and keep tweaking those settings as much as you want to create interesting patterns and sounds. But I'll leave it here for now to give you an idea of how simple elements can really transform into rich and dynamic sounds. And if you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer. And if you want to learn more about sound design, I'll be doing streams like this. So make sure to hit that follow button. And you can check out my sound design course in the description below. To dive deeper into sound design, there's a waiting list for that. So that'll be coming up in the future. And we'll dive deeper into Reaktor and modular sound design. Peace out. Until next time, keep creating and stay creative.